What's up, everybody? Nick Push here. New video today. I am going to be ranking my top 25. Yes, 25. Pulling out all the stops here. Characters in the Scream franchise. So anyone that's been in Scream 1 through Scream 4 is fair game. Who will come out on top? Stick around and find out. Alright guys, before we get started, a little bit of shameless self-promotion. If you guys like Scream videos, if you like Halloween videos, anything behind me, any type of horror coming out, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. It really helps out the channel, and I really do appreciate it. Also, let me know in the comments after you're done watching who your favorite Scream characters are. I love hearing your guys' opinions. Sometimes they give me ideas for future videos. I love all the interaction we get on this channel, so I really appreciate you guys taking the time to leave me some comments. I do read them all. Even if I don't get to reply to them all, I do read them all, so I appreciate it. Alright, 25 Scream characters. That is a lot of characters. A couple of things right off the bat. Number one, I have all main characters and all killers on the list. So, you know, some of the killers that might not be too popular, you'll see what I think of them, but I'm going to automatically have them on the list, even though I might like Joe, who walked by Sydney in Scream 2 or whoever, better than said killer. So I automatically include all the killers. Also, this is my personal favorite. Not who I think is the best, my favorite. So what that means is there are going to be some controversial choices here. You're going to have some minor characters that might be ahead of some major characters. And all you Scream fanatics, some of these choices might piss you off. I'm just warning you. You know, you can give me all the shit you want. I just want to give you warning ahead of time. This is just my favorite. It's what I think. And with 25 characters, I am not going to go into detail on every single damn character. I might say a couple sentences about a couple. I might go into detail on why I enjoy certain characters. But for the most part, I'm going to keep it short, keep it sweet. And yeah, let's get to it. Number 25 is going to be Roman Bridger, the killer from Scream 3. I should have also noted there are going to be spoilers in here. So if you haven't seen these movies, don't watch. So yes, Roman is the killer from Scream 3. Besides being a boring fucking character, even though I like the actor Scott Foley, besides being a boring fucking character, I can't stand when movies do this. You know, it's the third movie in, all of a sudden Sydney has a long-lost brother who's been pulling the strings the whole goddamn time. Lame. Fucking lame. And he convinced Billy and Stu to do it? Bullshit. Bullshit. You're shitting on the first movie. So I'm not a fan of Roman, even though I like Scott Foley. So he's at number 25. Coming in at number 24 is going to be Deputy Judy Hicks from Scream 4. I thought she was a decent character, but honestly, I don't understand all the love she gets. You know, I've seen fan theories where her and, you know, Dewey, people want them to get together. People want her to be the killer in Scream 5. She's okay. You know, she was good enough to make this list, but not really good enough for me to say anything else about. So she's at number 24. Coming in at number 23 is going to be Macaulay Culkin's brother. That's right, Rory Culkin, who played Charlie Walker, spoiler, one of the killers from Scream 4. Another character that is okay. You know, as far as killer goes, he's better than Roman. It's not saying much. You know, his biggest claim to fame, I think, is just the fact that he's played by a Culkin. So he's okay. That's really all I got to say about him. Coming in at number 22 is going to be another killer. And this is going to be Mrs. Loomis, aka Debbie Salt. So she's one of the killers from Scream 2. Obviously, she's Billy Loomis's mother. She's, you know, playing this Debbie Salt, this reporter that, basically wants to kiss Gale Weathers' ass. And basically the reason she's so low is, I don't want to say they telegraphed it, because when I was younger I didn't see her being the killer, and I obviously didn't see her being Mrs. Loomis. But why else introduce a character that you're showing at all these certain points, to kiss Gale's ass, unless there's going to be some type of payoff. So when she came out, I was just like, okay, yeah, she's a killer. Who the fuck are you again? So yeah, she's played by Laurie Metcalf, which is cool. Played, I think, is it Aunt Becky and Roseanne. But yeah, she's all right. She's at number 22. Number 21 is, I believe, going to be the first character we have ever seen in this franchise. Drew Barrymore's character, Casey Becker. I love the scene. She's basically has, maybe 15 minutes in this franchise, but probably one of, if not the most iconic openings in horror. So I had to include Casey Becker. It was shocking when she died, obviously. Brutal fucking death, too. And just the whole scene with her making the popcorn and, do you like scary movies, blah, blah, blah. Had to include her. Good character that died too soon, but her dying too soon helped spawn the franchise we have today. So Casey Becker, number 21. Number 20 is going to be a little bit of a bias here, and this is going to be Cece Cooper. She is, of course, played by Sarah Michelle Gellar. I'm a big Buffy fan. This was kind of right in the middle of the beginning of Buffy, 98, 90, well, I guess it was 97. Buffy had just kind of begun. Sarah Michelle Gellar played her. She got, thrown off the rooftop of the sorority. Had to include her in here. So she's at number 20. Number 19 is going to be another killer, and that is going to be Mickey, the killer from Scream 2, the other killer from Scream 2. Another little bit of a bias here. You're going to notice a lot of biases, but another little bias here is the fact that I love this actor. He's actually, Timothy, I'm going to butcher his last name, Oliphant. He's in so much shit now. He's fucking huge. So it's cool to see him in this movie. I like that he, wanted to use the defense of, movies. He wanted to, take that to court, blah, blah, blah. So that's kind of an interesting take. But other than that, I couldn't put him higher just because his character kind of disappeared for most of the movie, and you're like, forgot, like, oh yeah, that dude in the Randy's class, yeah. So Mickey, he's at number 19. Number 18 is going to be Kenny, the cameraman from Scream 1. I like this character. Perfect for that movie. He put up with Gale's shit. Gale, essentially is calling him a fat fuck for the most part without actually saying that. But I love his death scene, when he sees Ghostface on the camera feed, goes outside, he's like, oh shit, 15-minute delay, and by the time he realizes it, slit throat. It's a cool scene. Kenny is at number 18. Number 17 is going to be the character played by Patrick Dempsey, and that is Mark Kincaid, the detective from Scream 3. A character that probably has, if not the most, one of the most untapped potentials in this franchise. He had a good rapport with Sydney when she came out of hiding in Scream 3. Really just a good actor in Patrick Dempsey, before he became famous again after his, being pretty famous in the 80s. So Patrick Dempsey did a good job, but just a missed opportunity. Once again, he kind of just disappeared for certain times, and then, they realized, oh shit, we need to have this Detective Kincaid come back, so let's have him show up at the end again. He was a good character. Couldn't put him any higher though. All right, another big personal bias coming in, number 16. This is going to be the character of Steven Stone. Who the fuck is that, you're probably asking? He's the bodyguard from Scream 3, played by Patrick Warburton. My bias with this is I'm a huge Seinfeld fan. He plays Putty from Seinfeld. I have to fucking have him in here. I just have to. I love the actor. Love his voice. He was decent enough in this role. Had a pretty good death scene, in his trailer where he's kind of talking shit to what he thinks is Dewey, and then Ghostface comes out and kills him. He is number 16. All right, top 15. Number 15 is going to be a character played by an infamous actor. This is going to be Principal Henry, played by the famous Henry Winkler. That's right, the Fonz was in Scream. I actually liked him as a principal. Most times you get principals that are douchebags. He really took he really took an interest in what was happening, and he was really pissed off that these fuckers were pretending to be Ghostface to scare Sydney. He was very concerned about Sydney because of what happened to her mother a year prior. So they really did a good job with his character. And of course he gets a good death scene. So yeah, Henry Winkler, Principal Henry, is at number 15. Alright, this next one's where I'm going to be fucking dodging Scream knives that are going to be thrown at me. I'm going to be dodging everything in the goddamn book. So guys, be nice please. My number 14 is someone that's probably going to be in most people's top 5, maybe top 3. For certain, most people's top 10. And take a sip of my wine I'm drinking here. My number 14 is going to be Gale Weathers. Look, she's not number 25, guys, so don't kill me. I just like a lot of the characters ahead of her that you're going to find out here better than her. I think she is okay, but I've never been a huge Gale fan. Yes, she did evolve a little bit from being a quote-unquote bitch in the original Scream, at least at the beginning of the original Scream. So she's had a little bit of transformation. Obviously, her and Dewey get together, get married, blah, blah, blah. I just have never been a huge Gale fan. I really can't sit here and give you 100 reasons why. She just doesn't do it for me. So yeah, don't kill me, but she's at number 14. And I don't hate her, so we're just relax with the fucking hate here. I don't hate her. I just like the people ahead of her better. And just so you know, there are going to be some minor characters higher than her. So I warned you. Speaking of that, number 13 is going to be Maureen Evans, who was one of the original kills of the sequel, Scream 2. She's played by Jada Pinkett. I think she hadn't become Jada Pinkett Smith yet. But awesome character. I love how she's calling out the cliches in the movie theater when Taye Diggs is, is that Taye Diggs? Shit. Okay. Whoever her boyfriend is, I can't remember who it is. I apologize if it's not Taye Diggs. But anyway, she does a great job calling out the cliches. Run up the stairs. What are you doing? Blah, blah, blah. She's calling them out. And then she gets fucking stabbed in the stomach in a theater full of people where they're cheering her on. That just, it gives me almost goosebumps because shit like that could really happen. I mean, it's come close to happening, with that, instead of a knife, it's been a gun. But yeah, I like Maureen Evans. I thought she was a cool character for the 10, 12 minutes we saw her. All right, number 12 is going to be somebody that was in the original 3 Screams. An important character, even though we didn't know how important really when the movie first started, and that is going to be Cotton Weary. Another famous actor, obviously. He ended up, Liev Schreiber, he ended up playing Ray Donovan. I like Cotton Weary. I liked what they did with him in Scream 2, where you were wondering if he was going to be the killer. He's kind of showing up all around Sydney, trying to get, on whatever talk show is on. And then, he shows up at the end and helps her out, and you feel him hesitate for a second. You feel him hesitate, like, Sydney fucking ruined his life. She ruined his fucking life. So he hesitated for a second, and that's very human. So I do enjoy that. And obviously he's the opening kill in Scream 3 after he gets his, 100% Cotton show. So Cotton, he's at number 12. Coming in at number 11 is going to be another killer, and this is going to be the most recent killer. One of them is going to be Jill Roberts. Another cool character. Didn't quite make my top 10, but I do really enjoy what they did with her character as far as her motivation for being the killer. I think that's very real. She wanted to be famous because, she'd be the last victim. I could see that fucking happening. I believed it. I believed it, and it was very real. So I thought she was a good character. I didn't see it coming. I'm sure a lot of you did. I got to rewatch Scream 4 again and see if there's any, telegraphs or anything that I missed. But I thought she was a good character, so she's at number 11. Coming in at number 10, another one I'm going to be dodging Scream knives, and that's going to be Deputy Dewey Riley. Once again, I don't hate him. Just, he's in the top 10, people, so calm down. Calm the fuck down. He's in the top 10. But he's not any higher for me because I'm just not a huge Dewey fan. I like David Arquette. Thought he was perfect as the doofus in Scream 1. I probably enjoyed his performance in Scream 2 the most, especially when like him and Randy are sitting in the diner, you know, wondering who the killer is. I love all that shit. My issue with Dewey, he should have been fucking killed already. My God, he gets stabbed in the back in Scream, the original, and all of a sudden he survived when you think he's dead. The same fucking thing happened in Scream 2. Come on. Just ridiculous. I do like his skepticism in Scream 3. I like all that. But, you know, I don't like what they did with his character. I think it would have held more weight if they just killed him. Maybe not in Scream 1. Just kill him in Scream 2. You know, fool me once, fool me twice. You know, they could cut his head off in Scream 5 and I'd just be like, is he going to come back? Are they going to, you know, have duct tape on there? You know, is it going to be like the bird in Dumb and Dumber? You know, it's just ridiculous. So Dewey, I like you, but you're only at number 10. Coming in at number 9, a very minor character who I really enjoyed, and that is going to be Joel, the Scream 2 cameraman. So he was Gale Weathers' cameraman in Scream 2. I loved him. The couple minutes we had with him, you know, he just, you know, cracking one-liners. He was just very real, and I think that's how a real person would react sometimes. I love the way he just, you know, some people get killed, and he just kind of, you know, hands Gale their shit, says, I'm out. You know, I read what happened to your last cameraman. She's like, I embellished. He wasn't gutted. His throat was slit. You know, and he's just like, I'm out. And you never see him again. It's fucking great. I liked him, so he's at number 9. All right, coming in at number 8 is going to be the fan favorites from Scream 4, Kirby Reed. Look, Kirby's awesome. I've said it in a previous video. She is awesome. We don't know that she's dead. She probably is. But Hayden did a great job with this character. You know, I love that she knew all the remakes. I loved that line, you know, when she's just naming every single remake ever done. Is that it? Is that it? Some people claim they did her dirty. It's a horror movie. You know, people are going to die. If she died. We don't know that. I think she probably did, but you never know. They may want to bring her back. But Kirby is a great character, so she's at number 8. All right, number 7 is going to be a character that was just in Scream 3, and that is going to be Jennifer, played by Parker Posey. She, in my opinion, was the absolute best part of Scream 3. Sometimes the only watchable part. She played the character that was the actress playing Gale Weathers. And I love the scenes with her and Gale, you know, where she's like, I'm being Gale Weathers. I'm the real Gale Weathers. You know, it's just fucking great. You know, she's dating Dewey. But Parker Posey just knocks it out of the park here. She makes Scream 3 somewhat watchable. And that's one of the best compliments I can give anyone. So, Jennifer, she's at number 7. Coming in at number 6 is going to be Stu, one of the killers from the OG Scream, played by Matthew Lillard. All these characters now are just fucking classic characters. So if you're upset that someone's at 6 or 5 or 4 and they're not number 1, guys, it's tough. It's tough. It's a popular franchise, a lot of popular characters. But Stu is fucking classic. You know, I love his line, you know, peer pressure made him do it. You know, just a great character. So he's at number 6. Coming in at number 5, a little bit of a cheat here, I guess. You know, you guys might give me shit about it, but coming in at number 5 is going to be Roger Jackson. Who the fuck is Roger Jackson? He is the voice of Ghostface, who I think is a character in and of itself. Scream would not be Scream if you didn't hear the "Hello, Sydney," and I know I butchered that. I'm not a voice actor, guys. But if you didn't hear that, you know, that's one of the things that makes Scream, you know, along with the mask, you know, behind me there. Roger Jackson just fucking knocks it out of the park. It's an iconic voice, and I think, like I said, it is a character in and of itself. So I had to put him on here, and I had to have it up in the top 5. All right, top 4. Coming in at number 4 is going to be Tatum Riley, Dewey's sister, Sydney's best friend in the original. She's a fucking great friend and a great character. Weird death crawling through the you know, the doggy door in the garage, which, you know, we can debate the merits of whether the garage door would have lifted her up or not. Irrelevant. Tatum's a fucking fantastic character, a great friend to Sydney. You know, if you want to argue that someone was done dirty, maybe it was her. So she did a great job. I really enjoyed her character. And yeah, that's about all I got to say about her. Top 3, my friends. Top 3. If you've done the process of elimination, you can probably guess the 3 major characters that are missing. Coming in at number 3 is going to be the OG killer himself, the mastermind, Billy Loomis. Fucking great killer, great reveal. Something's off about him the whole movie. He's got this dark side, when he sneaks into Sidney's room and he's talking about, I watched The Exorcist and it made me think of you. Something's a little off about him, but then he has an alibi, and Skeet does a great job, playing both sides of this. He's got an alibi, but he's still acting like something's not right. But then he gets killed, and then tumbles downstairs, and then all of a sudden he has the turn. We all go a little mad sometimes. Skeet just fucking nails it. Billy Loomis, great character, great killer. If this was a one-off movie, he'd still be a great character. So yeah, Billy's at number 3. Now moving on to number 2. Number 2 is going to be Randy Meeks, played by Jamie Kennedy. He is basically us in the first Scream, and for the point that he is in the second Scream, he is us. We are horror fans that know everything about the fucking slasher franchise. He is us. Nothing will be more iconic to me in this franchise. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's different for you. But for me, nothing is more iconic than him explaining the rules of horror movies or the rules of slasher movies. He pauses the TV, and he explains it, and you're like, oh shit, he's right. It's just fucking classic. Jamie Kennedy, you knock it out of the park. You're at number 2. But there can only be number 1. I wanted to not, be cliche here. I want to throw you guys a curveball. But Sidney Prescott is my favorite final girl of all time. Neve Campbell, you're amazing in this character. Sidney's growth from being, she's almost reluctant. She doesn't want to get involved in this. And you see her grow and find the strength that she always had, but she didn't know she had until she didn't have a choice. And that's a final girl to me. And she continues it in Scream 2 and Scream 3, and even to a lesser degree, but still there in Scream 4. And we will see what Scream 5 holds. But Sidney, you're number 1. Don't see that changing anytime soon. Even if it gets to Scream 12, and Sidney dies in Scream 5, and there's, 7 movies without her, she's still Sidney Prescott. She is a horror icon, and she's my number 1. So, let me know what you guys think. Am I crazy with some of these picks? Do you guys agree with me and disagree with me? Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later.